Have you ever felt like something bigger is waiting for you? Like your life is meant for more? But you don't know what it is yet? That's not your imagination. It could be a divine sign. Before Allah chooses a person for a powerful mission, whether it's to lead, to inspire, to build, or to serve, He doesn't just send them without warning. He prepares them, tests them, and most importantly, He sends clear spiritual signs that many people ignore. In this video, we'll uncover 5 strong warnings and signs that often appear right before you're chosen for something far greater than yourself. These signs are not random. They are Allah's way of saying, get ready. If you've been feeling strange shifts in your life lately, don't miss this, because it could mean your mission is closer than you think. Let's begin. Sign 1. You suddenly feel isolated, even among people. One of the strongest signs that Allah is preparing you for a bigger mission is a deep sense of isolation, even when you're surrounded by people. It's not about being physically alone. It's the emotional and spiritual distance you begin to feel. The conversations around you no longer interest you. The laughter feels empty. Your heart starts detaching from worldly distractions and unnecessary social circles. You may even begin to question your role, your friendships, and your place in life. This isolation is not a punishment. It's protection. It is Allah gently pulling you away from noise so you can hear Him more clearly. During this phase, He begins to strip away the distractions that cloud your mind. You are being invited into a sacred silence, a space where your soul can start recognizing its true purpose. Many prophets experience this stage before receiving their mission. Prophet Musa, alayhi salam, was isolated in Madian before returning to Egypt with divine guidance. Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, would retreat to the cave of Hira before revelation descended. These moments of loneliness are actually divine appointments, times when your heart is being trained to rely more on Allah and less on people. You may not understand why you're feeling this way, but the discomfort is necessary. Allah is softening your heart, awakening your fitrah, and preparing you to carry something heavier than the average soul. Embrace this solitude. Don't rush to fill it. Use it to reconnect with your Creator, to reflect, and to realign. Because when Allah isolates you, it's never to break you. It's always to build you. And maybe, just maybe, you're being prepared for something far greater than you imagined. Sign 2. Tests increase. Hardships come, one after another. When Allah is preparing you for a major mission, life often becomes more difficult, not easier. You may find yourself overwhelmed with one test after another, emotionally, financially, physically, or spiritually. It feels like you barely rise from one difficulty before another comes knocking. This isn't coincidence. It's divine training. Each trial is specifically designed to refine your character and strengthen your soul. Just as steel must pass through fire to be purified, the believer must go through hardship to be elevated. These difficulties are not meant to destroy you, but to polish the parts of you that are needed for the mission ahead. Patience, reliance on Allah, discipline, and inner strength. Often, these challenges expose your weaknesses and force you to develop qualities you may never have worked on otherwise. A delay in your plans teaches you sabr. A betrayal teaches you tawakkul. A loss pulls your heart away from the dunya and makes you long for something higher, Allah. Tests are also a sign that you are not being ignored, but closely watched and carefully shaped. Allah only tests those whom He loves and intends to elevate. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The most severely tested people are the prophets, then the righteous, then those most like them. So when you're tested again and again, don't assume you're going the wrong way. Sometimes it's a sign you're on the right path, a path few are chosen for. These trials are the battlefield where future leaders and reformers are made. Stay firm. Trust the process. Behind the pain is a purpose. Allah is strengthening you, because the mission He has for you will require a soul that's been tested and proven. Sign 3. Your inner voice becomes louder, a pull toward a deeper purpose. Another strong sign that Allah is preparing you for a significant mission is a shift within, a spiritual restlessness that refuses to be ignored. Your inner voice, the voice of your fitrah, natural disposition, becomes louder than ever before. This is not just your thoughts or feelings. It's your soul awakening and calling you towards something greater than routine life. You begin to sense that you were not created just to survive, work, and repeat. There's a constant tug in your heart, an urge to serve, to grow, to impact others, or to walk a path closer to Allah. You may feel uneasy in your current job, relationships, or environment. Even if things seem fine on the outside, your heart longs for something deeper and more meaningful. This phase is powerful because it marks the beginning of divine direction. You might find yourself drawn to Quran more than before. Certain verses hit differently. You may feel inspired to seek knowledge, change your habits, or separate from what no longer serves your soul. These are all signs that Allah is stirring something within you. This internal calling is sacred. It's a message that your life is meant to rise beyond comfort and towards contribution. Allah is aligning your heart with the mission He has written for you. But He begins the journey by awakening your awareness. You don't need to know the full path yet. You just need to respond to the call. So when your heart keeps whispering, "There's more for me," don't ignore it. It's not ambition, it's revelation. That pull is Allah turning your focus inward, where your mission is waiting to be discovered. Sign 4. You start losing things or people, but it's clearing space for your real mission. When Allah is about to assign you a higher purpose, you may begin to experience unexpected loss. Friends drift away. Opportunities you once desired slip through your fingers. Relationships break, jobs end, doors close. At first it feels like everything is falling apart, but in reality, everything is falling into place. Loss is painful, but in the spiritual realm, it's often a form of divine mercy. Allah, in His wisdom, begins to remove the attachments, distractions, and dependencies that are not meant to go with you into your next chapter. Not everyone or everything is qualified to walk with you into the mission Allah is preparing you for. Some were only meant to be part of your preparation, not your purpose. Often, we cling tightly to comfort zones, people, places, and routines, unaware that they're holding us back. So Allah gently or suddenly takes them away. It's not rejection, it's redirection. By removing what is no longer aligned with your destiny, Allah is creating space for better, more meaningful connections, deeper growth, and your real role in the Ummah. This pruning process may feel lonely or confusing, but it's actually a sign of divine attention. Just as a gardener trims the branches to help a tree grow stronger, Allah removes what hinders your spiritual expansion. So if you've recently lost something or someone important, pause and reflect. Perhaps that space is not meant to stay empty, but to be filled with something greater, a mission, a purpose, a calling that's waiting for you to step into it. Because what Allah takes away, He always replaces with something better, especially when He's preparing you for a path Only the chosen few are called to walk. Sign 5. You receive unexpected spiritual reminders. Dreams, ayahs, or people guiding you closer to Allah. When Allah is calling you toward a greater mission, He often begins to surround you with spiritual signs, gentle but undeniable reminders that come in the most unexpected ways. You might start receiving powerful dreams that leave a deep emotional impact, ones that make you reflect for days. These aren't random. They are whispers from the unseen, nudging your soul awake. You may come across a verse of the Quran that speaks directly to your heart, as if it was revealed just for you in that moment. Or you suddenly hear a lecture, a dua, or even a passing comment from someone that answers something you've been struggling with inside. These encounters are not coincidences. They are divine alignments. Allah sometimes sends people into your life who push you gently or even firmly toward the right path. You may meet someone who inspires you to pray more, seek knowledge, change your lifestyle, or reconsider your choices. These people act as signs, reminders that Allah hasn't forgotten you and that He's placing you in environments where growth becomes possible. This spiritual awakening is a sign that your soul is being guided, not just to believe, but to act. You're not just being reminded, you're being moved, step by step. Your heart is being shaped for something beyond your current understanding. When these signs come, don't ignore them. Respond with humility and sincerity. Because when Allah keeps sending reminders, it means your mission is near, and He's inviting you to rise before He assigns you something that carries eternal weight. Remember, guidance is one of the clearest signs of divine love, and Allah only guides those He intends to use for something meaningful. If you've experienced any of these signs, know that Allah may be guiding you toward a greater mission. Don't ignore the signs, respond with faith, action, and sincere dua. Your journey is sacred. If this video touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Inner Deen for more powerful reminders rooted in the Quran and Sunnah. May Allah guide you, protect you, and prepare you for what's coming. Ya Allah, choose me for a purpose that pleases you. Ameen. Comment Ameen below if you make this dua too.